Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HaLacha. And here's a brand new HaLacha 4 minutes for Thursday, December 2nd, 28th day of Kislev. Another Hanukkah law for you. Here it is. Let's say, yesterday we were talking about if a person forgot to say Al Hanisim in benching and what he does and where he could still insert it even later in benching. Now we're going to do the same with Shmoneh Esrai. You are supposed to say Al Hanisim during Shmoneh Esrai, of course, during Hanukkah. But if you forget totally, then the law is that you don't have to repeat Shmoneh Esrai. When I say totally, I mean that you got to the end of Shmoneh Esrai, step back, finish your Shmoneh Esrai, and a little while later you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to say Al Hanisim. So for that situation, the halacha is that you do not have to repeat the Shmoneh Esrai. But what if you got like into the bracha? You know, you were supposed to say it right after Modim, right? But you got a couple of lines later and you haven't yet said Baruch Atah Hashem with God's name. You haven't said that yet to end that bracha. So you're still in the packaged area where Al Hanisim could still fit in. Then you go back to where it belongs, say it like regular, and then continue on with your Shmoneh Esrai as regular. That's if you remembered pretty soon after your forgetfulness. So while you're still in that packaged bracha and you have not gotten to the point of no return, which is when you say Baruch Atah Hashem of that bracha. Okay, then you go back to where it belongs, say it, and continue on the way you're supposed to. All right. But what if you remembered soon after that? Like, let's say you're in the middle of Sim Shalom, somewhere around there, and now you remembered. So believe it or not, there's still one more place where you could insert it, says Rabbi Yashiv. The place where you could insert it is before the last Yihiyu L'Ratzon, which ends your Shmoneh Esrai. Before the last Yihiyu L'Ratzon line, you're still kind of within the framework of your Shmoneh Esrai still. So at that point, you can still say Al Hanisim. The thing is, you will say it with different language, says Rabbi Yashiv. You'll say it in that way, which is Harachamanu Yasel Lanu Nisim Niflos Kamosha Salavasenu Vayam Mayim Bazman Azeh. You know, may Hashem please give us miracles like He gave us back then. You don't say Al Hanisim Al Hapurkan Val Agluros. The reason you don't say it like that is because Al Hanisim is a phrase that kind of fits within the rubric of the thankfulness brachas, where it was supposed to be, and you're saying, and we thank you, Al Hanisim, Al Hapurkan, Al Haguros, etc., and you say it in that language. If you're at the end of your Shmoneh Esrai and you're past that thankfulness part, you're just at the point where you say a couple of more requests. So you say a couple of more requests. You say, may Hashem please give us miracles like He did back then at the time of Hanukkah. And then you say, Bimei Matisyo ben Yochanan gan Gadol, and you say the whole thing. So that's if you remembered before the Yihiyu L'Ratzon. But there are still poskim that say that even if you got past the Yihiyu L'Ratzon, you still might have a chance to make that same Harachaman type of addition and say Al Hanisim, and that's if you haven't taken your 3 steps back from your Shmoneh Esrai. You can still insert it right then if you haven't yet taken the 3 steps back. Once you've taken the 3 steps back, it's over, and you can't insert Al Hanisim anymore, but you do not have to repeat the Shmoneh Esrai. Okay, hope that was clear. Thanks for logging on. Log on again on Friday for more. We're going to have to tell you a lot of stuff because it's going to be Rosh Chodesh on Shabbos, and on Matzah Shabbos we're going to add the same Talmud Matar Livracha and make that switch over. And so we'll be saying Hallel, full Hallel, because it's Hanukkah. And we'll be saying Ya'alav Yavo because it's Rosh Chodesh. We're going to do that on Shabbos and on Sunday. And I hope to tell you more about that on Friday. So, yeah, stay tuned. Have a good Freilich and Hanukkah and a good Chodesh coming up. Bye-bye.